Reputations are double-edged swords, and they can be both helpful and misleading. When the designer first releases a game, you're looking at the abstract saying, this person did this thing. Okay. And then they release a second game, and you're making connections between the two of them that may or may not be true. Like, this person likes to design tile-laying games, or they design games set in space, or they do card games with crazy combos. And if you like the thing that they've done, maybe that's helpful because you'll look at what they do in the future and you say, I want more of that. So, yes, give me more, please. But maybe that's not all that they're doing. Maybe they like to explore and they have all these other things they're trying to do, and it's just a phase they're going through, and they branch off into something else, or they try to combine different ideas that they have discovered only after they have released their initial games. You can look at someone like Uwe Rosenberg, who's had pretty much 3 phases in his design career, where he initially had all these small, clever card games like Bonanza and Clunker and Schnapsjagd, and then these farming games, bigger games, Agricola, Le Havre, not farming, but okay, or Labora, all these bigger ones. And then you've got these polyomino games that he's been doing recently, and it's been multiple phases that he's going through. And with each new release now, people say, well, what type of game is this that he's doing? Is it still a polyomino game? Okay. Is it a farming game? What is he doing? You're trying to pocket what that designer is doing, which is helpful because you want to find something that suits you, but sometimes it's a little dismissive of what someone is doing, where they're trying to branch out and do something different. And I bring that up because today I'm talking about A Gentle Rain, a solitaire or cooperative design by Kevin Wilson, who is best known for Arkham Horror and Descent. And A Gentle Rain is about as un-Arkham Horror and Descent as you can possibly get. And Wilson has talked about wanting to branch out and do other things, and he's felt somewhat boxed in by what he's known for and what he's done in the past. He wants to be more of a Sid Sackson-style designer who explores all sorts of different types of design and does all these things, and you never know what's coming from them next. And that's fun. That's adventurous. If you're looking for something where you don't know what to expect, well, yeah, that's a designer that you're going to look for. And you can immediately say, like, well, is he doing this giant fantasy game that he's done previously, or is it just not that? And sometimes you're just going to have games that fall in the not that category until he develops some other reputation for some other types of things, which again is both helpful and misleading. As for this design, well, let me show you how this works. Here are the components of A Gentle Rain, 28 tiles and 8 wooden tokens that fit neatly in this tiny box. Your goal is to get the highest score possible, and to play you are going to shuffle the tiles, and turn over one as a starting tile, and then turn over another tile and place it with matching flowers. Each tile has 4 half flowers. There are 8 colors of flowers that match the 8 tokens over here. And when I flip this over, I can place it matching the white, matching the pink. Either way, don't know if it matters. You just flip over something else. I can match the blue here. Okay, I can't match the green because then I've got white and orange. I can match the white here. You're going to keep flipping things over, making connections, and you're trying to enclose spaces on the pawn. So these are lake tiles that you are placing. There's the lily pads. You've got various blossoms floating in the water. If you make a connection where you have now completed this area, you look at the 4 colors of the surrounding blooms, and you choose one of those and place it in the middle. I have placed a pink flower. Done. And now I continue. Your goal is just to place all of the flowers. I can't place this there. The black doesn't work. Black doesn't work. Wow. Oh, blue. There we go. All right. Soon we're going to run out of my camera shot. Let's see if I get one more score before that happens. I could place this here, but now I'm locking myself into needing a green, white, and blue tile. So maybe I don't want to do that, and I'll just end up going out of the camera shot. Can I get one more? Oh. That's the opposite of what I need. Not helpful, not helpful. No, blue. Again, yeah, I'll put this one here so it's partially in the shot. You need a fair bit of table space to play this game. There we go. Got another one. I can't choose pink because I've already placed pink. I can place white and yellow. My choice. And your choice may depend on what you think is most likely to come up in the future. All I need is one space here, and then I could place the white here, assuming I get that one tile. I've got yellow here and yellow here, so I can complete a yellow if that comes up, or if either of those come up, or either of those. So maybe white is more likely for me, or less likely for me to complete in the future. We'll go with that. Turn over another tile. Oh, nope. There's white right there. Can't choose white, but I can choose any of the others. Let's go with orange. Even though I've got an orange there, I don't have any purple. Let's go purple. There we go. If I manage to place all 8 tokens for the tiles run out, my score is equal to 8 plus the number of tiles that remain. So the sooner you place all 8 on the board, the higher your score will be. The maximum score is 21. If you fail, if you flip over all the tiles and you have some tokens left behind, well, too bad. But your score is just the number of tokens you placed. So your score will range anywhere from 0 to 21. To emphasize how different A Gentle Rain is from other Kevin Wilson designs, publisher Mondo Games really leaned into both the look of the game, which has this very Pacific look to it. Just calming looking at this design. And then the rulebook itself is just inviting you to have a very particular mental approach when you are playing the game. With everything here just being like, just chill and relax and drink tea and wear comfy clothes and just sit down and place tiles and you'll get a score, but whatever. Don't worry about it. And the game can be played by any number of players. People take turns placing a tile, or you all collectively decide what you're trying to do. You just go with the flow and relax. And it's a little weird because, of course, you don't have to go with the flow. You can be like, I'm the most competitive A Gentle Rain player ever, and suck it, my score is so much better than you. But you can also just go with it. It's a different approach that the publisher is really pushing, and it works because it goes with the very nature of the game where not much happens. You turn over a tile, place 1 token, maybe 2 if you're lucky, depending on how the tile comes down, and that's it. And you get a score at the end. I played a half dozen times on a review copy from Mondo Games, both alone and with my wife and with other people. My son went to a trampoline park, and so we sat on the side and just had a drink and sat at this high table and played up there, and we're just chatting while doing it. And the game is very much a tea and cookie style design where it's meant to facilitate interaction or just give you some sort of challenge or stimulation, but there's not much there. Like, you're not going to feel super clever, or I've done these awesome things, or necessarily anything, except at the end, especially if you place all the tokens, you just look at the lake that you created, this weird blocky lake, and you're like, huh, it looks nice. And it does feel good, placing them all out there. It's not that you're necessarily, again, doing anything clever, but it's just like everything worked out just right for you. I mean, I suppose I could improve my odds of chances by looking at all the tiles in the game and memorizing the possible tile combinations. How many times does pink and purple appear in this arrangement? How many times does pink and purple appear opposite? And I can try to memorize those types of things as people do in Carcassonne and other tile laying games where you're going to be looking for particular tile combinations in order to close off that castle or complete a road or whatever it is you're trying to do. You could do that if you wish. Go for it if you want. I am definitely not that type of player where I will just learn things by osmosis by playing something over and over again and slowly remembering like, oh yeah, there's a few more of those possibly. Or orange is actually the least visible color in the game. It appears least frequently, so if I complete orange and can place it, I should. That may or may not be true, I don't know. But it feels like it goes against the spirit of the game, at least as published, to worry about such things. Again, it's a hangout game. It's a chill game. It's a relaxed game. That's very much the look that Mondo has given to it. You don't have to do that, but that's definitely what we're doing. I'm actually arranging an event where we're going to have multiple copies of the game, and we're all going to serve tea. We've ordered a bunch of teapots for this meetup event where people get to take the teapot home after playing. And it's meant to be an event game as much as anything else, even though the game itself is not like an event where you remember that particular playing where I placed the tile. No, but it's the hanging out with other people and doing stuff together and just interacting like humans. That's the event. And you'll have this souvenir to bring home with you to recall that particular session. It seems like it's very much in the spirit of the game, and I'm very thankful to Kevin for doing this design. I'm grateful for Mondo for having this particular look to it and really embracing that different feel. And I'm very curious to see what he does in the future. Kevin Wilson Unbound. Who knows what he's going to do? We'll see.